so should I join the chat?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't need to join the chat.
Yeah, so a very good evening to everyone out there. It's Raj Yeso from the Women Agenda podcast. We have a special guest, a very, very talented music singer, Tamar, here with us. How are you, first of all, Tamar?
Very good. Should I join the chat so I can talk to people or not yet?
No, it's fine. To be honest, you see, it's because we have there's such a big time difference. We get some of the subscribers live, and then we get some of them who check the video out afterwards. So
Okay.
it's because of the time difference. There's a bit of a there's a big issue of that, and a lot of people are going because it's the weekend, they're going out and they're checking the video afterwards.
Yeah.
So
No,
there
this
is
is
that
cool.
as well.
I've never done a live, so this is very cool.
Yeah. So basically, just going down. We are live here, but obviously, just to let a few people know, we will be some of my live interviews will be live, but there will be a few which we will be doing recorded, and that is due to our first official sponsor on their request. So we would be so we have to do what the sponsor says. So we are going to obviously do some of the interviews would be recorded, but it will be still the same promotion, and it will be still the same thing. So we still be trying it. On the Tommaso, you've done a lot of stuff. I can see. I've been watching one of your music official videos on YouTube, and just to quickly mention, Tamar's official YouTube channel is now available on the Woman Agenda official YouTube channel. We have added it on there. It's available on there on the feature channels. It's available. You can go straight onto the YouTube, her YouTube channel, Tamar's, straight away from the Woman Agenda. You have access to it straight away from there, and you can just click on it and you can view it. And like I said, I've been watching one of your official music videos. I really liked it. Really good.
Which song?
It is. Let me see if I got it on here.
Is it it's a new one?
It's called Drop in the Bucket.
Oh yeah, Drop in the Bucket. Yeah.
That is really. I didn't know. I'm someone, you see, who listens, who watches, and who's not bound to one music of genre. You see, whether it's rock, apart from heavy metal, that's one genre I don't listen to. But apart from heavy metal, whether it's rap or whether it's dance, techno, rock, country music, I listen to Asian music. I listen to all types of music depending on how what the mood is, and also what type of artist it is. So whether it's it could be anyone from Shakira to Taylor Swift to Bon Jovi rock. It could be anyone. So I was listening to watching it actually on your YouTube channel. Drop in the Bucket. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
No, I'm not saying this because you're on here. This is whenever I do say something like this, I do mean it.
Thank you.
So it's definitely, I'm saying it as 100%. This is genuine. It was really good, and I like the music video itself, how it was. The music video, how it's choreographed.
That was a really crazy thing because I had a dream that I was ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know why and I woke up and I was like, that would be such a cool music video, but I don't know how to dance that way, and I would need a partner. It was a whole thing, but I was like, I'm going to make this happen, and I found a place and a really great teacher who's also gorgeous, and agreed to be in the video with me, and we kind of choreographed the dance together, and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually did this.
Uh,
So
work
and
as well. I mean, your combination and her combination, it synced together. It was really, really, it was really, really good.
yeah,
The way you, yeah,
I wanted her to sort of represent the female side of me, and I was
yeah,
going to represent the male side
the
because
male
we're
version.
always, yeah, because no matter who you are, if you're
That's
male or female, or if you
it.
go
Doesn't
by they,
really exactly.
you have
It,
both.
it and basically when you're doing a music video, and you probably may agree with this, you don't need to have, okay, it doesn't have to be, okay, now I need a male, it has to be a male. It could be someone who is acting as a male, and
Yeah,
like you said, exactly, it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, not at all. I just was she was so beautiful and such a good
Yeah,
teacher. And
definitely.
I almost just wanted her to do the dance, but then I thought it would I think it it's a very cool beat, and the song has a very cool rhythm. And so we decided to do the dance together. And boy,
Yeah,
it was so hard to remember and to practice in the video. We had to do that dance so many times. Um, but I was really proud of myself for that because I generally make all the videos myself and film them and edit them. But this one, I said, I'm going to try to put a little bit of money into it because I need somebody else to film it. And I wanted to give her, obviously, pay her for dancing and working with me. So it was the first video that I actually put some money into it, which is hard when you're an independent artist, as you know. You really have to do everything yourself, and you have to be very
definitely.
careful about what you spend your money on because you don't have a big label, backing
Exactly.
you up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, definitely. No, no, it's absolutely fantastic. Um, you know, um, you know, I think everything was spot on about it. And like you said, the way you described it, I was thinking that's the way it was as well. Exactly, how it was choreographed. Uh,
Yay!
you were the, you were the male. That's the way I was thinking it was as well. To be honest.
Yes, good,
So
good.
yeah, exactly. And so you've obviously described it exactly right. That's why I was thinking like, um, yeah, absolutely. It was on there. So the music you're into, and let's just put your website on here as well, so people can
Sure,
get onto your website,
sure.
which is here. Here we go. There we
Yep.
go.
And then I'm on all the other things.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's in-depth website. It tells you everything about you. So the music genre. I mean, obviously, you're not bound to any genres, but if we class it as a genre, would it be classed as rock?
Most people would say pop rock
Pop,
or
pop,
alt, like alternative pop,
right?
alt pop.
Alternative,
Sometimes I call it indie pop, but indie pop is so broad these days because
indie pop.
I find that indie pop is more
Hmm.
like almost more mellow. I definitely have a rock edge, but there's a '90s thing that I have. I love the '90s, and I like this kind of the way I play music, and I was in so many bands, that have that kind of '90s vibe to it. So that naturally comes out, but um, some people also say power pop. Um, and that makes sense too because I use power chords a lot. I'm a rhythm guitar player mostly and a piano player. So I think that's, if I had to pick one, probably pop rock. That makes the most sense.
All right. Okay. And okay. So pop rock.
Yeah.
So if we say how you got into music,
Oh,
uh, was there anyone particular you were listening to or watching or you
oh
know
well, we grew up and had to take piano lessons. So my first thing, even at 5 years old, was going to piano lessons every Sunday and learning scales and learning how to play little minuets by Bach and Mozart. And my sister was three girls, and my oldest sister became a concert pianist. So what happened in our house was we just grew up listening to classical music all day long, and knowing these pieces and knowing. And classical is pop, in many ways. If you're talking about Bach or Mozart, they're pop songs for the era, and they're very melodic. So that all soaked into me. And then we grew up listening to Disney, classic Disney, a lot of Snow White and Jungle Book, and listening to the vinyl records of that over and over again. And when I bought my first guitar, when I was, I don't know, being a teenager, I bought a chord book and just started to put chords together. And because of the musical background, it was just very natural for me to make little pop songs. Silly lyrics until I got older and went through drama, as we all do, and then started using that to express my feelings. But that's really how I started getting into writing. But I never thought I would do it seriously until I moved to Chicago and was so inspired by the music scene in Chicago. Because back then there were so many bands and everyone was trying to do a band. And I bought my first electric guitar and I was using a 4-track demo. You use actual cassette tapes.
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And writing songs, teaching myself how to record 4 tracks so I could layer things on top of each other, and writing more poignant lyrics about, very dramatic lyrics about being on my own, which you go through. And I started my first band then. So I've been in bands for so long, but only started my solo career, I guess, 3 years ago, during COVID, actually. Yeah. 2020 was when I was recording The Restless Streams of Youth, which was the first solo album. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, okay, that is very nice, absolutely. And we are going to obviously, I know you are about to release a new single. We are going to break it down. We're gonna get some exclusive news on the new single on here as well. We'll obviously uh, talk about that a bit. Give it.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's the new single
Is
here.
that the new one? Is
Yeah.
that the one?
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Okay.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, so we will talk about that in a bit later. On the Yeah, absolutely. So what about the music you were listening to? What was that, rock or was it pop or what was it exactly?
Well, it depends when. In college, I was listening to a lot of female singer-songwriters. Um,
Hmm.
like, and actually, speaking of Sinead O'Connor, who just passed away, she was a huge influence on my life. I had all of her albums. I listened to them over and over again. She was a huge part of my musical landscape growing up. I love Sinead O'Connor and am so heartbroken about her. Um, other
Yeah,
artists, other artists were kind of singer-songwriter type, like Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians, Liz Phair, Suzanne Vega, Bjork, um, Tracy Chapman, all of these, Alanis Morissette, in a sense, like all of these women that were coming out and um, singing. Uh, like, there was a time where all of these female artists were just like, and I just was like, I want to do that too. This is the time for me. So then it shifted a little bit to, I came up, obviously, I was brought up on classic rock also. So, The Who and the Rolling Stones. And I have a huge record collection of classic rock and roll. So that's in my brain also. And then I think more recently, I love to listen to Taylor Swift because I think, I don't listen to her a lot, but I think she's just a fantastic songwriter. But I think I was very moved by Lana Del Rey. I'm a huge fan of Lana Del Rey, just absolutely think she's amazing. I like Cat Power. I like a lot of bands that are out now, Lily, and I also listened to Veruca Salt, who were in Chicago at the time that I was there. So lots of female artists. But I didn't specifically, when I was writing, think of that. I have so many influences that whatever came out. I mean, when somebody heard Drop in the Bucket, they thought they were throwing out all kinds of bands. And I was like, oh, okay. I would say, to me, I've heard Tegan and Sarah quite a bit from Drop in the Bucket. So I don't know if you heard that, but that was one influence I've heard.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. No, absolutely. I would fully agree with that. Definitely, it's good to listen to different types of music and artists, whether it's male, female artists, and obviously it's nice to not to be bound to one music genre at all. Uh, Definitely. I mean, when I was growing up, I was listening to R&B, but now I'm listening to more to do with rock and country music,
Oh,
and as well. So
is
yeah,
country a thing in the UK?
trust me, it's becoming a phenomenon in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, it's a phenomenon, and we brought loads of upcoming who are breaking into country music who live in the UK. We brought them on the Woman Agenda recently because we work with a company, a PR company, Scarlet River PR, and a few of the artists. They've appeared number one in the charts, and they're from the UK doing country music. So
Like
and
country, like American country? That's so interesting.
yeah, maybe that like a bit of like American accent, but obviously a UK artist,
Right, right.
So yeah, it is, and then even they were saying that country music is becoming like a phenomenon in the UK now. A lot of people want to get into country music. There's lots of fans, and they're performing a lot in the UK with. And whether it's Manchester, London, arena, and they're getting sold out with country music. So
That is wild. That
yeah,
is
I know exactly.
wild.
You wouldn't
Wow.
imagine that. You would not imagine that 5 years ago or 10 years ago. No way. No way.
And I
No.
know because everybody was,
Yeah,
into the real rock pop stuff,
exactly.
Oasis and yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's what it was. But it seems to be that the landscape has totally changed in the UK, which is a good thing. That is changing and people are being more open minded. That they're going into country music, and there's so many fans of country music in the UK now. So it's a nice thing, to be honest.
yeah,
That these kind of things are happening
yeah,
on there. So let's just quickly put your YouTube channel on here. If people want to go directly
sure.
onto your YouTube channel, this is Tamar's YouTube channel,
Yeah,
official. But like I said, if you are a subscriber on the Woman Agenda, you will see Tamar's YouTube channel on there as part of the featured channels now. It is on there. You can go on there straight away and you can check it out. Like I said, I've seen one of the videos. It's fantastic, and the other videos are really good as well. I've not seen them, but they're looking good
yeah,
on there, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of more stuff being added on soon.
yeah.
On your
So the song you're gonna play today, if you know, are you gonna play the video?
um,
It's on the website. The new video's on the website, and
yes,
and
okay,
that one was filmed right here. In fact, some of the scenes were in this very room. This is my studio, where I record,
wow.
yeah, and
It's,
produce most of my
it's,
stuff.
yeah, it's a nice studio. Yes, really
It's
nice.
not bad. It gets very messy when I'm like deep in writing. I just make a huge mess. But that's what kind of happens. You're in the midst of it and you just can't get into it. But It's nice. I have several keyboards. I have a lot more guitars and basses. They're just not all here right now because I'm taking, now that the record is done, and I'm just more on the promotion and less writing. But I'll go back to the writing once I have a little bit of a break. It takes a lot out of me to put an album out. It's a whole year of my life of being in this room by myself. Um, and working with Matt, obviously you wrote, Matt Walker, who lives, who's in Chicago. So
Yeah.
we work with on the internet. So he has his own studio, his own drum studio. And we work together that way. So, but I'm technically alone.
Yeah.
And when you're alone, like you probably are with your own business, you're alone a lot. You're making your own
I know.
decisions. You spend a lot of time frustrated and bummed out, and things don't always happen, or things don't always work, or the song doesn't turn out well. Sometimes I spend a whole day doing something to a song, and then I wake up the next day and I'm like, okay, this is just shite. Like I hate it. And then I end up having to go back and to an earlier version. It's just a whole process. But I do like the process. Don't get me wrong. I love putting my songs together. It's like a puzzle pieces that come together until all the pieces fit. I'm like, yes, this is it. But it wasn't always how it was because when I did have a band, we would work on the songs together in rehearsal. But as a solo
Yeah.
artist, I had to put them all together in the studio. So it's different. It's different, but I'm a control freak in that way. Like I like being in control. I know what I want, and I'd rather get mad at myself than somebody else. Um, but I do work with some amazing musicians, and this new record have guitar players all over the United States and bass players, and Matt's my drummer, and so I have a guitar player in Portland, in Chicago, in San Diego, and yeah, so I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, I mean, talking about Matt Walker, I've seen he's done quite a lot of stuff. He's a drummer, isn't he? You said Matt Walker, and
He's a
he's
drummer
been,
and a composer. He's also a composer and a musician.
yeah,
Yeah,
and he's been a drummer for what other bands and stuff, and is
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's drummed for Morrissey and Garbage and Filter, Smashing
Oh,
Pumpkins.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, garbage very, very, very big. Definitely.
Yeah, and he puts
Um,
his own music out. He's a composer and he does this really beautiful ambient music. And he's just an incredible person too. So I'm very lucky to know him. And yeah, I just feel blessed. I feel very lucky, and at the same time, you know, part of me feels like I wish everybody was in one room and we could just work out the songs together. But the world. Everybody's spread out. Everybody lives in different places, so you do what you have to do. And the world, since COVID has changed so much, that you have to pivot as a musician and change everything. I mean, when I put my first album out in 2021, it was right after COVID, and everybody had everybody was freaking out. Musicians, they couldn't be in a room together, and music is a shared experience, especially live music. And I think we were all just so freaked out at what was going to happen. So I'm so thankful that we could actually be in a room and listen to live music. In fact, my album release party for my new record is Saturday, August 5th, so a week from today in San Diego at the Casbah. So
oh, great.
you can buy tickets. You go to my Instagram on my link tree. You can buy tickets to that. It's only $8 if you live in San Diego or Southern California. So
Well,
excited.
that is very cheap. Yeah, absolutely.
I know. I decided to make it really cheap. I was like, okay, I just want it to be like it used to be, where you could just afford to go and see a show and not spend a ton of money. And I was like, and I want them to buy the album. So, you know, I'd rather them have the album and then make that much money at the show. So maybe spend a little less coming in the door. And you get to see three great bands, three great local San Diego bands. So it's a win-win.
Absolutely, definitely. That is definitely a very, very win-win situation. Definitely. And so the singer, what I was going to mention was the singer which I've seen. Is that uh, is called Tiny Injuries? Is that a single or is it an album?
No, that's the album.
Album.
And
Okay.
actually, if I could go and get a copy of that, hold on one second, okay? I'll go and
Yeah.
get a copy of it. All right. So this was my first album, The Restless Dreams of Youth. And this was the second one that was released last year, Start at the End. And my newest album, I don't have the vinyl yet. I'm crossing my fingers that it comes next week, but I do have the CDs, and it's called Tiny Injuries.
Okay. That's yeah. I'm just gonna hold that up a second. I'm just gonna bring you in the full window now. So I'll just bring you. I'll just
And
take myself.
you can pre-order the vinyl or get the CD at my Bandcamp page.
Yeah. So just Tamar, just to keep that holding. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take myself off. I'm just gonna put you on full view
Oh
for a
boy,
second.
okay. Here's these are the CDs. The vinyl should be coming in very, very soon, but you can pre-order the vinyl. It's called Tiny Injuries. It's 12 songs. And Drop in the Bucket was the first single, and the next single that is out just now is called If You Know, You Know. And I think you're going to play that video for it. There you go. So,
Awesome, definitely, absolutely, very, very exciting stuff. I'm sure it's gonna do well. So you heard Tamar there. Her very, very, very exciting album is about to release in August, and
yeah. And I
you've
will have vinyl. It's actually going to be blue, glacier blue, transparent vinyl. So that's exciting.
there you go. It's going to be out, and here we go. There, so
August,
tiny. There we
but you
go.
can order, yeah, but you can order, yeah, you can pre-order.
So,
Thank
so
you.
that is going to be available 18th August. You can pre-order it on her Tamar's website. You can get this available on pre-order. So do check it out. We will display Tamar's website back on in a second as well. So do check it out, and definitely is definitely worth it to pre-order this very, very exciting album which
Thank you.
Tamar is releasing. Yeah, absolutely. When I saw you with I think I saw a picture with you with that guitar. When I see somebody with a guitar, I'm thinking, okay, they're into country music or something. But it's just because a lot of country music artists, you see, they have like a acoustic guitar. They're like,
Oh, this one right
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
the first guitar I ever bought.
yeah. Wow,
Yeah, it's a
wow. Nice,
Yamaha,
nice, nice one. Nice.
jumbo, and I do write songs on this, and I do have some songs that don't have electric, um, but and some of the rock songs have acoustic, underneath, kind of in the mix. But I love playing that thing. It's great. It's a great guitar. But yeah, I could see that. Usually, when you see an acoustic guitar, you do think country. And I do have some songs that sound pretty country, actually.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you some of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And we would definitely play one of your music videos. But the thing is, we have to be careful because it's copyright. and obviously YouTube are going to clamp me down if I did that. So obviously because of that, we can't do that. But the thing is,
Oh,
yeah, we can't do it. It's copyright. Yeah. So because of copyright violations. So because of that, we're not going to do that. But like I said, Tamar's official music video
if you
is
know, you know.
available on
Yep.
is available. I mean, official channel rather is available on the Woman Agenda podcast channel. Official channel, you can check it on there. You can go directly onto her channel from our channel, the Woman Agenda. And yeah, absolutely, and yeah, very very exciting, very exciting stuff happening. Like you said. So is this all the single which you're releasing on this album? Are they all like solo singles, or is there any duets or?
No. Um, so the second single, if you know, you know, they your listeners can see that on my YouTube right now. There
Oh,
will be
fantastic.
a third single, and that comes out with the album on 8/18, and it's actually track. It's going to be track 5 on the album, and all of my stuff is solo. I don't really duet with anyone. Yeah, no, it's all me. All I write all the songs. So, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you're definitely one of those artists who does it all themselves. And what about the social media? Is that all you as well?
Yes, and it's a lot, as you probably know.
It
I
is.
don't.
It's a lot of work. Social media
Oh my
definitely.
gosh.
It's a lot.
Yes, I have to wake up. You know, you have to wake up early here in California to get some stuff out in the morning and get them prepared. And so I have my Instagram and my website, and I have Twitter, and I have Facebook, and um, I haven't gone to Threads yet. I don't think my brain can handle it. I just can't do it right now. Um, and so I post and I really try to connect with people because I do love meeting new people, especially on Twitter. There's a big music. That's where I met you. There's a big music community on Twitter, which I didn't know about, and I think it's great and I think it's wonderful. And we all try to support each other. And there's a lot of internet radio stations that play lots of music that you wouldn't hear on the regular radio station. So that's wonderful. But yeah, I do all the social media. I do everything, and I've just been very lucky. You know, as I've put stuff out for the last 3 years, but the more you put out, the more people know your name. So that helps too. So when I contact people now, they, oh yeah, I remember you from your last album. So it's just you just build it up. It doesn't happen easily. Nothing does. Um, and so you just have to commit. You have to commit some time to social media. And I know it just gets really exhausting. It's like ah. But at the same time, the joy is something like this, where I get to meet you. You're all the way in the UK. We get to talk about music, and
Yeah,
you get to tell me
definitely.
that you were very into the music video, and I that's exactly why I do this. I don't want to sit in my room and not talk to people and not meet people. So this is so cool. I appreciate your reaching
Definitely.
out to me.
No, no, absolutely. And I mean, we do try to, I think it's like 50-50. So some of the artists, we have a new artist and a new duo, which have just released music recently in the last year or so. They started out, and they've been funded by um, a company which funds new artists and stuff, and they've reached out to me. So there are some which are reaching out, and obviously there's some which, if I see anyone who I think, yeah, we can bring them on the woman agenda, they're interesting, and obviously if we can just give them maybe a little bit of a different platform for them,
Yeah.
which will be beneficial, then that's a win-win situation for them, and obviously for the woman agenda,
Well, it's
for both of
interesting.
us. Yeah.
because I thought you were going to be a woman. I didn't know, and so I would ask you, why did you start the Women Agendas podcast? I'm very curious as a
Why
male.
why did I start it? Because I think when I did the research and I checked out what I was planning to do, after I was doing something else for a long time before then. But I decided I wanted to do something else, even though I was getting offers in that profession, part-time profession, and I was still getting loads of offers from there. But it wasn't a money thing, which obviously excites me. So something else, because obviously, money-wise, I do something else anyway.
Yeah,
So
we
so
all
so
do. Yeah,
we all have to do to obviously to earn that living. But then when I did research regarding podcasts and identified that for the new upcoming female artists, I didn't see much happening regarding the podcasts, uh, and I didn't see anybody, male or female, bringing upcoming female artists, doing a special podcast for them. I didn't see that when I did my research. So I thought
that's great.
this is something I can do, which is different and unique, and obviously, and see how it goes. And I didn't really worry about whether it'll be a success or whatever. I
Yeah,
thought, okay, let's give it a try and see what happens and go with it. Um, but yeah, definitely, it's come. I think it's come a long way since 21. To be honest, it's come a long way. We've interviewed, we've chatted. I don't really call it interview, to be honest. I would say it's a chat,
yeah,
like a informal chat, and we've had so many upcoming artists on here, female artists,
yeah. That's
and
great. It's very cool, and it's cool that you're doing it and you want to help female artists, newer artists, just get out there because it is hard um, to get any coverage. There's just
yeah,
so many, and ever since COVID, I think the explosion of musicians is just crazy. How many new bands, new music have come out since COVID because of TikTok and how easy it is to get on there and put your music out there, which is on one hand a great thing, and on another hand, there's so much competition now. It's insane how much new music is out there. So,
there is.
something like your podcast is nice because you can kind of pick and choose the things you like to share.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and we are obviously, like I said, we are trying to expand it, where we are going to be doing soon, hopefully via social media. We're doing some live music sessions for female artists where they can perform via the social media page, via our
Oh,
social media page. They can do a performance recorded
yeah.
on.
That's a cool
Um,
idea.
that's
That
something
only
which we're
that
doing
would be
soon.
hard. It would only be hard if with the sound quality, you just don't know how it's going to sound over this.
Yeah,
That yeah,
exactly. So that's something which we are going to try to do. And obviously, when it comes to audio DJ sets, we've already done that this month. We did one for DJ Skyfire. Um, I recorded DJ set. We did that on here as well.
cool.
So that's the first as well. And we're going to do another DJ set, audio set, very soon this month as well, for another talented DJ Samantha. And also we would be doing, like I said, some live and recorded sessions in August with a couple of artists,
Yeah.
and also upcoming releases, news videos. We'll be doing them as well for artists to help them to promote them even further. Their
So
upcoming.
I'm so curious why you can't, so you're not able to play a video that's already on YouTube. Oh,
No.
so weird.
No, it's copyright, you see, because those music videos they're already copyrighted to the artist and to the music company, you
I
see.
see. Yeah.
So because of that, they'll be I'll get marked down on probably about 100 copyright infringements.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah. Listeners can go to my page and
yeah,
check
it's
it
very
out.
easy. iTunes, Spotify, you can listen to
Yeah.
Amazon Music, so
Yeah.
many, and obviously you have YouTube channels. Most of the artists they got their own YouTube channels as well, so it's very easy to listen to. Check it out, watch it live. But yeah, we will try to play. Uh, some music of artists maybe in August. If I can get some which are not copyright, then I will try
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Then I will try it. If it's
Well,
not copyright,
this has been so cool just meeting you and appreciate the you spreading the word about me. And hopefully there'll be some people that click on my website and do a little bit of research and hear my stuff. I would love that. And if you are a new listener to my music, reach out to me, follow me so we can connect because I love that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely, and do check Tamar's website as well, which is very good. And you can obviously pre-order her new
yes,
album, Tiny Injuries, which is out on the 18th of August.
yeah,
Check it out. You can pre-order now. tamarberkmusic.com is her
yeah.
official website on there. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, definitely. So
Thank you so much.
this
Yes.
is very this is very exciting time for you for your new album. So how excited is it? Hard to sleep at nighttime now?
I usually have trouble sleeping before a show, like a show. So probably building up to next Saturday when we have our record release party, I'll start getting a little bit more anxious. But no, I have other things too. I'm also a painter, and so now I'm just liking to promote this, which is nice, and paint and rehearse for the show. So I'm feeling pretty good. I probably won't be able to sleep Friday night before the show on Saturday. I know that's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, absolutely. Um, we will try to on the woman agenda as well. We will try to bring more, do a like a if we can do a special video on Tamar's new music album, and give some more info on that. And near the time, we will try to do that as well. Like I said, we do that now as an additional thing for artists on there. Lots of stuff happening on the woman agenda this month and next month. So stay tuned. Recorded as well as live. Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. So there's a lots of stuff. So how is the weekend happening? Are you still busy working on the weekend, or do you have any time off?
Well, in fact, I need to actually go soon, but we are going to be going to see a friend's band that I used to play in a band with these guys back in Portland, and they're actually here in San Diego. It's a surf band. And I wasn't in the surf band, I was in a different band with them, but their surf band, Satan's Pilgrims, is coming to San Diego, so we're going to go see them tonight. And I'm excited because they're my old bandmates, and we had some really fun times. And just basically today, just kind of being online, promoting, doing stuff like that, and enjoying the weather. Because it's about noon here now, so it's not too late. For you, it's late already or getting there. Um, but I really appreciate this, and I hope some of your listeners will reach out to me um, and I really appreciate this, and this is so cool. And I will hope you have the best luck with this podcast. So, yeah, keep in
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the aim of the podcast, obviously, to just keep promoting new artists on there. And obviously, originally we started off where we were doing loads of We were interviewing loads of different artists. We are also doing non. We also do non-music as well, like book authors, um, entrepreneurs who have just started being an entrepreneur, and all sorts of stuff, coaches, life coaches and stuff, and obviously, and these kind of stuff. But yeah, but we have started becoming this music kind of a hub, to be honest, recently,
That's
where
great.
we're doing lots of music chats and music news. But on there, but we will also try to bring a few non-music as well in between on there. But yeah, definitely, definitely. So that is very exciting. So like I said, do check it out. Tamar's album coming out on the 18th of August, and you can check out Tamar's YouTube channel. This is Tamar's album. There you go. That's Tamar's album,
Thank you
which
so much.
and on there, Tamar, and I'm gonna let you have a fantastic Saturday.
Okay,
Um,
yes, and we'll talk over Twitter, I'm sure.
we will definitely, absolutely, we will be chatting on Twitter for sure about this and about these kind of stuff on there. And yeah, absolutely. So do check it out. Tomorrow's website information link we will put it on the description, and you will be able to see this kind of info about the clips on the social media. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back soon on the Woman Agenda podcast. This is obviously Raj, and thank you very much, Tamar, for coming on. It's been a pleasure to have you
Yes,
on,
yes.
and wishing you lots of success for this album. I'm sure it's going to be
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you. I hope
Fantastic.
so. I really hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Tamar. Thank you very much.
Bye.